What is going on, everybody? Call of Duty has been out for a few weeks now, and today I want to make a video talking about how to improve in multiplayer. Now, my first impression is people are struggling with the time to kill. It is very fast this year and is definitely a different speed than what we're used to. Additionally, Call of Duty has switched up the maps this year. There's definitely a different feel to it, and it's definitely something you have to get used to. The biggest mistake I see players making is not knowing what attachments to put on weapons and weapon tuning. Now, the first thing I wanted to talk about is your controller settings. It is one of the most critical things a player can utilize in Call of Duty. Now, of course, you want to make sure you want to know if you prefer a controller or a mouse. That's pretty self-explanatory. Talk about is sensitivity. Sensitivity is one of the most critical things a Call of Duty player can use. Now, of course, you can go ahead and put your sensitivity all the way up to insane on 20, but that's just not realistic. Personally, I sit around 6 for horizontal stick sensitivity and 5 for vertical stick sensitivity. Sometimes I bump it up and down relatively in how I'm playing that day. Now, of course, keep in mind the higher you go, the more it is going to affect your aim in game. Now, secondly, in the advanced section of the settings, we're going to talk about target aim assist. Now, target aim assist is when you are coming across an enemy with your sights down, it is going to automatically hold onto that enemy. Now, if you have this setting disabled, your crosshairs are going to move freely without attaching onto that enemy. So I recommend that you use target aim assist on if you struggle with aim. Now, the next thing we're going to talk about is in the graphics section is going to be field of view. Field of view is absolutely critical to players this year. The higher you increase it, obviously, the more you can see of the actual screen. Now, personally, I like to keep it around 100 and no more than that, because 120 starts to get really unrealistic and starts to stretch out the game a little bit. Third person field of view is also underneath this section. I don't personally play third person, but if that's something you play, definitely check and see if that can help you out. Now, the next section we're going to be talking about is audio. Audio is definitely critical to your gameplay experience. You want to have your master volume definitely maxed out to be able to hear those footsteps, especially if you don't have a great gaming headset. This is definitely going to help you be able to hear and turn around and kill players. Now, I recommend you have your music setting very low. It just becomes a distraction and can just get in the way at some point. Now, for effects and hit marker, you definitely want to have those cranked up. You want to be able to know what is actually going on. Now, I definitely recommend if you utilize voice chat in the game, definitely turn down the voice chat volume. You don't want that maxed out of the way because people will be yelling, raging, and you don't want to hear that stuff because it'll just cause another distraction. Now, the next thing we're going to be talking about is attachments and how they can affect the performance of a weapon. Now, what you're going to see is usually I don't run no more than 3 to 4 attachments. It's rarely that I put all 5 attachments on because it is just going to slow down the weapon. This year, it seems like Call of Duty wants you to use less attachments. I don't know why they made it like that, but it just seems to me that some weapons are just better with no attachment. So it seems that this year, Call of Duty, all reloads, no matter what the mag size, reloads the same amount of speed. It just hits your aim down sight speed and movement speed. So if you add the right attachments, it won't affect the weapon's performance. Now, for stocks, I'm definitely going to recommend you add something that's going to help make your mobility faster. Now, for example, this attachment, you're going to increase your aim walking speed and sprint speed, which is going to help your mobility, and the aiming stability is going to come down a little bit to lower your accuracy. Now, you got to kind of play around and see what works for you and check out the firing range to make sure the weapon is playable for yourself. And for grips on weapon, I recommend the same thing. Try and make your weapon faster. Utilize something that is going to increase your sprint to fire speed, your aim down sight speed. As we talked about before, try to focus on the mobility of the weapon and what the comfortable feel for you is. Now, personally, I don't run a laser or barrel this year. It just seems that this year, it just takes way too much of a hit and slows down the weapon way too much. Now, I recommend if you're using a new weapon and you have not leveled it up whatsoever, do not add a muzzle or ammunition. It is going to make the weapon way slower and make the progression way worse for you. If you are a player who struggles with aim and recoil, definitely add an underbarrel of your choice to help with that. Now, personally, I don't have that problem, so I do not run an underbarrel. Now, the next topic we're going to be talking about is kill streaks. Now, if you're a player who does not get high kill streaks, don't add the high kill streaks. As simple as that. Keep them low. Keep the UAV, counter UAV, and cruise missile. Something that will just help your team improve the gameplay and help you play better. However, if you are a player who does frequently get high kill streaks, I recommend this setup. First, we're going to start off with the counter UAV. It helps suppress the enemy's radar and keep comfortable to know that you can run around the map. And secondly, I run the Beetle Jet. It provides great cover fire and definitely gets you a lot of kills that helps add to your kill streak. And lastly, I run the Chopper Gunner. It's similar to the Beetle Jet, except it is a man operated and you are actually utilizing the Chopper Gunner. This year we definitely have a different type of tuning system. I personally don't utilize this system that much unless I'm increasing the mobility of some attachments to help improve my game speed. However, you don't unlock the ability to tune your weapon until you fully maxed out that current weapon. First thing I want to talk about is the quick play filter. You want to make sure you are playing game modes that best fit your goals for the game. Each game mode is definitely unique in its own way, and you personally have to try it out to see which one works best for you. However, I play Headquarters and Hardpoint because once you're locked into a good game and a good lobby, you want to be able to focus and stay in that game for as long as possible to get those camos fast. Now we're moving on to perks. Perks is one of the most underrated things that is talked about in Call of Duty. First perk, we're going to have double time. It's pretty self-explanatory. It doubles the duration of tactical sprint and increases your crouch movement by 30%. This is probably the most popular perk in the whole game. Scavenger, it resupplies your ammo and throwing knives from dead players, means you're able to move on and keep going for those high kills. Fast Hands helps you reload, use equipment, and swap weapons faster, which is perfect if you're trying to high kill games that you're trying to shred. And for the ultimate perk, of course, we're going to be running Ghost, so we're undetectable by UAVs, portable radars, and heartbeats. A lot of players don't understand that when you're running Ghost, if you aren't running a silencer on your weapon and you're firing, go up on the mini map. Some honorable mentions for base perks is Overkill, which you can carry 2 primary weapons, which eliminates your secondary and you now have 2 primary weapons. Second honorable mention for base perk is going to be Bomb Squad. If you're playing a close quarters game such as Headquarters or Hardpoint, this could help defend against any explosives that your enemies are using to get you off of your objectives. And your honorable mention for bonus perk is going to be Hardline, which reduces your cost by 1 kill. Will help you get high kill streak faster. I have 2 honorable mentions for ultimate perk. The first one's going to be Bird's Eye, which pretty much is a mini map zoomed out that has a UAV and radar paints that helps detect the enemy around you. Fortunately, Bird's Eye only activates when there's an active UAV on your team. Second honorable mention, we're going to have Survivor, which perk can help you save your streak or keep you in a close game of Headquarters or. This concludes my video on how to improve in multiplayer. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and please drop a like and comment and subscribe. If you have any ideas that could help me improve my channel or videos that you'd like to see in the future, please drop a comment down below and let me know what you would like to see. I'm planning to upload on YouTube more frequently now, and you should see more videos coming out weekly on my channel. I also post more content like this on my other socials. They'll be in the link description, so if you're interested, definitely go check those out. Once again, I thank you for watching the video, and I hope you have a great day.